I'm going to be answering the question, is whey protein necessary? All right, first things first, let's talk about how big of an industry just the whey protein supplement industry is alone by itself. Mordor Intelligence quotes it being at $6.1 billion, that's with a B, dollar industry every year. That was in 2016, so 2 years ago, or a little less than 2 years ago. Okay, so very interesting when we're actually thinking about the sales aspect and the marketing of whey protein, and that'll make more sense as this video goes on. So where does whey protein come from? Well, it comes from a cow and then is extracted from cheese. And then we get it into the protein powder form that we find in a bottle like this. All right, and then we take it as a supplement, and that's what we're talking about today. The muscle and the fat loss goal. Is it going to help? Is it necessary when we're talking about building muscle and burning fat? Well, first off, let's separate the two because usually there is a difference. All right, so when we're talking about building muscle, is it necessary? The black and white answer is absolutely not. All right, but I'm going to explain why that is in a second. Now, fat loss, we're in the same vein. All right, it is absolutely not necessary to lose fat either. And again, I'm going to keep going and we're going to explain why. All right, this is when it gets interesting. All right, so not for you is the real question. Is it for you? Is it for somebody else? Now the question presents itself, is it necessary before and after a workout, right? Because this is what we hear in the media. We are marketed to and we are told that whey protein is good before and after a workout, right? So is that true? Yes, it is true. It is good. It is beneficial, right? So it is not necessary, it is beneficial. And there's a big difference there. So let's talk about why it is beneficial, okay? So first off, if you're just gonna get protein before and after, you are going to maximize your protein synthesis, and that is your anabolic window, or we're talking about building muscle, okay? So you're going to maximize that if you have protein before and after. And then sometimes we have people talking about intra-workout protein, but that's a whole nother video, okay? So is it beneficial before and after? Yes, all right, but not necessary. Now, why is that? It is because of the branched chain amino acids. Another big benefit to protein supplements in general, right, not just whey, is the convenience. And that's another reason why whey has become so popular, because it's so convenient, right? Because we're getting our BCAAs to stimulate muscle growth, we're getting our essentials in there, right? And then we're getting it whenever we want it. So if you're running around town and you don't have time to eat a chicken breast, right, you can just have your shake. And that can be really convenient. Now let's talk about the alternative, a plant-based protein. So not whey, not casein, not egg whites, not beef, right? Those are all animal-based. We're talking about a plant-based protein now, and it can be even better than whey, and I'm gonna show you why and how. So first things first, we get lower cholesterol and we get lower sodium. That's always gonna be a good thing. And then number two, we have the no whey ingredients. And what this is all of your extra additives, your flavorings, your colors, and some people, starting to be most people out there, do not want that extra stuff in there, right? There's just no reason to have it if we can have a better supplement without it and still get all the benefits. Why not? Now, number three is a big one, right? Anti-inflammatory. A plant-based protein is anti-inflammatory, and this is something that can drastically help your health, right? So most of us are walking around with quite a bit of inflammation because we lift heavy weights, we work out hard, right? And then on top of it, we have busy lives, we have families, and we're going here to there. It's just like the Western civilized lifestyle where we're not getting enough sleep and we're really high in inflammation. So anytime we can get something with anti-inflammatory effects, we want it. And number four is natural sweeteners. Now, this isn't always a given. You always got to check the label, but in a plant-based protein, you are more likely, increased chance to see a natural sweetener than you are in, say, a whey protein. Now, number five, it is more humane. This is something that we could go into a rabbit hole, but I really do not want to go down that rabbit hole today. So just so you know, I'm presenting the facts, not my opinions. It is more humane at the end of the day, all right? Now, number six, this is my favorite one, all right? Digestion. It is so much easier digested in our body than, say, a whey protein. And there's a lot of people that have problems with whey protein digestion and may not even realize it. And this is coming up more often in athletes, because athletes will start with a whey protein and then they'll go to a plant-based, and then all of a sudden they say they feel a lot better. So it's just anecdotal evidence. It's really interesting to check out, and then again, try it on yourself. Remember, you, my friend, are a scientist on your own body. You got to try things out. You can't just believe everything you see and hear, right? It's helpful to get expert opinions like mine, But you really need to just test everything out and know that the answer is usually in the gray and it always depends. So now that we're talking about plant-based proteins, let's talk about my favorite plant-based protein out there that is way better than whey. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Modus Protein. This is the protein powder that I use, that I stand by, because it is way better than whey. And let me tell you why that is. All right, first things first, the branched chain amino acids and the essential amino acids that we were talking about earlier, right? This has all 9 essential amino acids, and then on top of it, for recovery and muscle growth, they dump in more branched chain amino acids on top of it. So you are getting a supplement that is way better than whey. Then the next question is, does it check all of our boxes? Yes, it does, especially when we talk about the natural sweeteners aspect, because we have less than 1 gram of sugar in here, all right? It uses stevia, a natural sweetener. So today, in a society when, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to be as lean and looking good as possible, right? So I don't want to have extra sugar in my diet that could potentially add on more fat. All right, so this is another reason why I really like Modus Protein. Now, I could go on and on about all the great things about Modus Protein, but one more thing is the amount of fiber. It has 9 grams of fiber. This is absolutely unheard of, okay? That's because it is made out of pumpkin seeds, cranberries, and potatoes. So we are getting the full effect of protein here, and then we're also getting fiber to help with digestion. It's pretty incredible. And with 30 grams of protein, we are going to answer the #1 most important question. Now, is whey protein necessary? We know it's not, but why could it help, right? That is the most #1 important thing. So I give you, the answer is your daily intake. That is the most important thing. And what do I mean when I say daily intake, all right? So I'm talking about, let's say, for example, you have, let's just get a racing, all right? You have 100 grams of protein a day that you need to have to maintain your muscle mass or grow your muscle mass at 120, all right? So let's start with the maintain. So you can maintain, right? Or you can gain, all right? And then over here we got the loser. We don't want to be losing, right? So, boom, 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 boom. All right, so how many grams of protein does it take to maintain? Again, this is going to depend on you and your specific customized numbers. So if you need help finding those out, drop a comment below and I will help you out, okay? So moving on, let's just say 100 grams for me is all I need to maintain my muscle, all right? So 100 grams will maintain all of my lean muscle mass. The bicep, baby. So what do I need to do to gain more? Let's say I have to have 120, okay? And again, these are just generic numbers, all right? So I need 120. That means I need 100, let's make that 130 just for kicks. All right, so I need 130 grams, right, to gain more muscle, all right? So if I'm gonna have to get to 130 grams, what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to eat more protein, all right? And this is where supplements can come in handy. Now, before we continue on with gaining muscle, let's talk about the losing, all right? Losing, let's say it would take 99 grams, right? That's all it takes, just a little tiny bit less, and we are going to be losing our muscle mass. We don't wanna be losing those biceps, right? So we have losing, maintaining, and gaining, all right? These are all grams of protein. All right, so when we need more protein in our diet, right? Let's say you had 3 or 4 meals already, and that got you to 100 grams, but you still need to gain more muscle, right? So you need something that's going to give you that extra 30 grams boost. So to get that plus 30, right, of the protein, what do we have to do? Well, we can do 2 things. We can eat a food, so we can have more chicken, more turkey, whatever your protein source is, more beans and rice, right? Whatever it is, you can have more of that, but if you've already eaten 3 or 4 times, you're probably kind of sick of it, right? So a supplement can really help us out, right? It is supplementing our eating lifestyle. So our daily intake would be 100, 130, or 99, right? And to gain muscle, we're gonna add in 30 grams with a protein shake. Now, you have a choice now. Depending on the whey or the plant-based, you can make your own educated choice, all right? But I'm choosing the plant-based Modus Protein, all right? Now, this daily intake, do not forget that it is the #1 most important thing. So if you continue to not use supplements, you can still eat whole foods and get your 9 essential amino acids, and you are going to still build muscle, maintain muscle, all right? But if you're not eating enough protein in your diet, we know what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose it, all right? So at the end of the day, is whey protein necessary? No, it is not. And I'm here to tell you that there is a better supplement out there. So I'm gonna make a special offer in this video. Before you go, if you drop me a line in the comments, wherever you're watching this, and you say, hey, I want a free sample, I'm gonna send you a free sample of the Modus Protein powder, all right? So you can try it out before you buy it. And then on top of it, I am going to give you a discount code if you end up liking it, and then you can get a huge 20% discount off of it for your first order, all right? So drop it in the comments below if you're excited and you want to try it, right? Who doesn't want to try something, right? For free? Sign me up. I'm always about those freebies, all right? And then I'm gonna message you, ask for your address, I'm gonna send it right to your house, knocking on the door, and I'm gonna wake you up. No, it'll be sent to you immediately, and you will not have any issues trying this protein, because at the end of the day, I really think it is the better protein, and I want you to try it so you can expand on your muscle gains and maybe that fat loss too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Now please use the comments below, ask me any questions. If you need any help in this area or another area, please drop them below. In the next video, might be answering your question. Now before you go, also please like the video. That helps more people see this video, and that means a lot to me, and we really want to share it with more people too, because then we can really get more people educated. And the more people we have educated, the stronger we're all going to be, and we're going to build more muscle, burn more fat, look good, and feel good. Now if you've watched my videos before, you know the motto. Say it with me: lift life.